everyone. Welcome to our Tuesday night team call. It is November 22nd, a couple of days before Thanksgiving, and I am so glad that you guys joined us tonight. So I am Michelle Grensing. I live in Tennessee, and I am a new National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus Company. And in my journey, I have made the most amazing friends along the way. And our guest speaker tonight is one of those really, truly amazing women that I just feel so thankful that I get to do life with, just like all of you. So our guest tonight is Robin Eisenbeis. She too is a brand new National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus Company in 2016. She lives in Cary, North Carolina with her husband, Charlie, who is an oncologist, and their 3 children. Robin is feisty and passionate and loves to share her story of how in only 3.5 years she became the power leader that she is today. She will also talk about how to overcome the common ITC syndrome. I'm too cool for that network marketing thing. And she will share what worked for her to reach the top. When I first met Robin, I was just captivated by her. She has an amazing energy. She has the most beautiful blue eyes. And I just love being in her presence. So Robin, I'm super excited that you have taken your time tonight to share with our team. I would love for you to just start by sharing your story with us.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Michelle, and really great to see all of you. I know many of you. And what I would like to do is actually share my story that I shared at conference that was just in St. Louis. So, you know the family that is always sick, passing along one cold or virus after another. Well, I always thought it was normal that we knew everyone in our doctor's office on a first name basis. When I first heard Juice Plus, I thought, what if adding more fruits and vegetables to our diet could help our family? I was introduced to Juice Plus 3.5 years ago by Dr. Ann Smithson and Dr. Kim Dalzell at a home party. I didn't stay for the entire presentation because I was one of those people who wanted nothing to do with network marketing. It wasn't until the next round of colds and flu hit that I decided to give Juice Plus another look. I was depending on Charlie, my doctor husband, to see if it made sense. He looked at the research and gave it the stamp of approval. So when I ordered our products, I even became a Juice Plus rep, but only because of the discount. I really wanted anything to do with business because I had the ITC syndrome. You know, I'm too cool for network marketing. I'm sure some of you may have had that same syndrome, right? Well, here's what I didn't realize at the time. I'm like most typical moms where everyone else comes first. The light was always shining on my doctor husband, shining on my kids, and I began to realize that I had slowly faded into the shadows. I began to think, what about me? I have so many gifts to share. I want to shine, and I want my children to see me as the power leader that I know I am. This Juice Plus business has given me back my mojo and the opportunity to dream, and dream big. It never occurred to me when I was a full-time mom of 17 years how much I missed earning a paycheck, how much I missed being a leader, and how much I missed being a presenter, a team player, and a dreamer. Once our family started noticing benefits like no antibiotics, not getting sick, getting off asthma and allergy medication, I became a raving fan and dove headfirst into the business. I love the community of like-minded people and the fun family shopping trips using my bonuses. And my family loved seeing me as a winning mom. Just months after becoming a rep, I attended my first conference in Long Beach, California, where I gave a bigger vision of my future. I heard the new National Marketing Director speeches, and I felt like they were speaking directly to me, and I thought, you know what? I can do this. And as we saw, I did it. So I have been very fortunate to have my family's amazing support through my journey to National Marketing Director. early on, I had a few close friends tell me no after sharing Juice Plus. I mean, can you imagine saying no to Juice Plus? Kind of shocking, but they did. And I took the responses personally and told my family that I was quitting the business. And thankfully, they wouldn't let me. They knew that this business was absolutely perfect for me. When I was going for promotions, my family and team rallied. My youngest daughter created sealed envelopes for each promotion. I have a stack right here so you can all see them. There are many. And the last one said, "Open when you reach NMD." And inside, it says, it might be backwards, "Robin Eisenbeis, you did it. I am so proud of you, and I knew from the start you would make it. Thanks for helping so many people. Love, Dorrit." I mean, it still makes me, it really was very, she totally believed in me before I even believed in myself. Well, I am standing on the stage or sitting in front of you right now today because the many people who believed in me and said yes to joining Team Take Flight. We are soaring. I am forever grateful to my amazing upline sponsors, Dr. Kim, Dr. Ann, Sandy, Karen Ann, my coach, and my Spitfire sisters, many who are on tonight. My sideline buddies like Michelle and Sandy. There's so many people. And Corinne, and for always believing in me and never letting me quit. So what I'd like to say is I'd like to challenge each of you to dream big, find a buddy, and remind yourself daily that you have been given a wonderful gift to share. And you are all winners, and so let's go live out loud. So that was my speech, and I wanted to share it because, number one, I spent a lot of time really trying to find the perfect words, and when I got on stage, I just was overwhelmed with, seeing 8,000 people, and I really wanted to make sure that people tonight heard that message. So Michelle, thank you for asking me to come on tonight, and Nikki and Chris and Sandy. I mean, what an awesome team you guys have. But what I'd like to share, I have 3 tips that I really believe are what helped me quickly reach the top of the company. The first one is team building. And when I started with the business, we had the 5-1 incentive where you would get 5 customers and get a $100 bonus if you had the 1 team member as well. And because of that program, I added wide very quickly. So I was sharing with everybody. I mean, I really had no fear. I believed in the product. I talked to everybody I knew, and I just thought they should do the same thing that I did. Why not sign up for friends and family and get the discount? So that's called, I think a lot of teams call it the Royal Crown. And so the biggest thing that I did, and Dr. Ann and Dr. Kim helped me with, is to help them, the new team member, reach that first promotion as quickly as possible. Ideally, as we know, it's great if you can do it within the first day. If you can do it within the first couple days to a week, that's awesome. And then to really celebrate them if you have a team Facebook page, because I don't know about other people, but being a mom, full-time mom for 17 years, when I started getting promotions and Dr. Ann and Dr. Kim celebrated me and I saw my picture on our Facebook page, that was a really big deal. And I know it is for a lot of people. So really recognize people, do it on Voxer, call them up, just celebrate them. And the other thing I did with these new people is I tried not to overwhelm them with the huge marketing plan. I think it's good for people to know that when you reach the top position, these are the benefits. But all that they need to see right in the beginning is that they can get a $100 bonus by sharing Juice Plus with 2 other friends. And that's a pretty nice deal. I remember when Ann called me and she said, Robin, congratulations, you just got a $100 bonus. I'm like, are you kidding me? I hadn't earned $100 myself in 17 years. So that was really big. So I think, just realizing, we don't know what people need. And that was huge. So number 2 is building wide. I don't know if any of you have ever had the privilege of hearing Tanya Oxley speak, but I was able to attend one of her trainings about a month after I joined the company in Greensboro at a regional. And she was really clear about how important it is to go wide and go deep. And she drew this big visual, and I'm a visual person, and it just clicked. So I got it. You know, the whole 5-1, add as many wide as you can, and then help those people go really deep. So I just followed that. I really focused on, you know, just bringing on as many team members, because we all know that not every team member is going to build their business. And we never know when those people are. You know, I have had many that started off really excited and then, you know, had life get in the way and then they came back. But we can't wait for those people to come back, because we have a huge mission, right? And we all want to reach the top position in the company. So when I reached National Marketing Director, and today as well, I have 10 qualified sales coordinators, which I didn't even know was a big deal. Can you all hear me? Michelle?
Yes.
Okay, you can hear me? Okay, it sounds like somebody might be vacuuming.
I'm trying to find out who's not muted, because I can do that. And I muted myself out, so I couldn't say anything. So I got it. No, it's
okay. All right.
If anybody is not muted themselves, will they please, if they're on the phone, mute their phone? And if you're on the Zoom, you can go in the lower left hand of your screen. You'll see a microphone. Hit the mute button.
Awesome. Thank you. It's perfect. Great. So I remember, you know, it's like I just kept trying to help people get, you know, sales coordinator, because I knew, you know, then they would, you know, being qualified, that was a big deal. And I don't know, it just seemed to me that, and Anne, who's on this call, probably could agree with this, but honestly, I really don't even know if I knew exactly, you know, going along how big my team was really getting. But now hearing that, you know, looking that I have 10 qualified sales coordinators, I'm stable. So if, you know, one maybe falls off, if something happens and, you know, they take some time off, it's not as scary as if you have, you know, the 5 required. So, so building wide, Tanya Oxley's advice was totally right on. And then along with building wide, I really want to recommend people be very coachable. You know, when you look at athletes, they all find, you know, coaches that they trust. And I totally trusted Dr. Kim Dalzell, who's my national marketing director, because she reached the top. And so if she told me to invite 100 people to an event because only 10 would show up, I would invite 100 people. If she told me to, you know, whatever it was, I just did it, and the results happened. So I really encourage you to trust your sponsors, trust, you know, your sideline buddies who have reached higher positions than you, because what they're doing has worked. And the third point that I want to talk about is personal change. So as I mentioned, you know, being coachable, I believe that everyone needs a coach. I think I look back when I got to sales coordinator very quickly. And then
hey, Robin, hang on one second. Somebody's got their TV or something on in the background. So please check to see if your phone is muted. I've gone through and it looks like people are, but I'm still hearing background noise.
There's a 303 number, Nikki, that is unmuted.
I'm not finding it. So please, whatever number you've got,
it's in the
please
phone.
mute yourself.
All right, very good. Can you all hear me? Thumbs up? Okay. You can't say anything, so I guess just thumbs up, right? All right, so my third point is personal change. So when I reached senior sales coordinator, that was where I got stuck for, I don't even know, maybe 6 to 8 months. And when I was at conference, every conference I kept hearing new national marketing directors, and I talk about this coach, Bob Samara, and I'm not plugging him. You can find whatever coach you want, but I wrote down his name. because I'm like, there's something with this coach. He is really helping these national marketing directors reach the top. But he was really hard to find out where he lives, and I couldn't find any information on him. And so when Kim Dalzell found that he was going to be, I think, in Denver, I had 2 days. She said, Robin, I think he's retiring. I think you should get on a plane, and you should come out to Denver and get to one of his seminars. So guess what I did? I got on a plane. 2 days later, I'm in Denver, my first image seminar. 2 years later, to the date, on Sunday, I have now attended over 20 image seminars. And again, it's not that you need to go through Image or Bob, but if you find somebody that understands the Juice Plus business and can get inside your head and help you when you get those no's, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I was raised in a family that taught me how to be a winner, but not everybody has been. And so there's just things that you need to work through to get yourself to different positions. And, you know, when you reach senior sales coordinator, you become a leader. You go from being, you know, helping your customers and taking good care of your customers to now you need to help your team. And that's a huge difference. It's a big shift. And you still have to take care of your customers. So to find somebody that can help you work through those personal changes is really imperative. So let's see. And then the other thing that I really want to recommend is if you can set a goal to read at least one business book a month. I actually have 2 awesome lists, one from Dr. Kim Dalzell and another one from Loretta Koth. So if you are interested in getting a list, I'm happy to, actually I'll send them to Michelle, and Michelle can get them out to your team. But to learn from other people, to learn you know, new strategies. I even think like the boundary book, because sometimes when you're working with team members, you know, you may need to set up some boundaries, or maybe just working with customers. You know, there's a book called, what's it called? Getting to Know, you know, where you really want to get a lot of no's to get that one good yes. So there's so many business books out there, but I would love to share my list with you if that's something that you're looking for. So just to kind of recap, and I'd love to have some time for some questions, really focus on the 5-1. You know, get the customer base and have that one new team member, at least one new team member every single month. Build wide, you know, as much as you can, just, and it's, you know, you do want to add frontline and then help your team go deep. And then the third is really focusing on you, your personal change, personal growth, find a coach, read books, and connect with sideline buddies. I mean, I have so many sideline buddies that I reach out to on a daily basis, and we are all helping one another. So, so that's my story, and I'd love to you know, answer any questions, or let me change the screen here. All right, everybody's muted, so I think Nikki's trying to talk, but she's muted.
Oh, can you
there
hear
you
me now?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, so I have a question that a lot of distributors recently have been asking me. And they're asking, how do you balance bringing on your frontline people, because you want to continue to grow wide, but you also want to do customer care, and you want to manage the distributors you have. So do you have any suggestions for timelines for that, or for balance? Because you went wide and you have a good customer base. So I'm curious how you did that.
I use the DMO, the 2x2x2x2. So every day I do 2 customer care calls, 2 team calls, 2 prospect calls, and which one am I forgetting?
2 distributor calls.
2 distributor calls. Thank you. 2 distributor calls.
Probably
Yeah.
follow-up.
Yeah, follow-up. So 2x2x2, and I actually have little note cards that I just keep a list. So every day, 2x2x2x2. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but that's still 8 calls in a day. And if you can do that every single day, that is a good day.
So for the person that doesn't have a lot of customers, or that doesn't have a lot of distributors, they need to do more prospecting calls.
Exactly. Yep. So if you don't have the distributors, yeah, do 4, do 10, prospects, or, so you want to really adjust those numbers so you can maximize what you're trying to achieve. It's a great question.
Great, thanks. Wasn't for me, but I've gotten it a lot lately.
Yeah, exactly. What else?
If you have a question, you're going to need to unmute yourself, and you can do that. Just go down to the microphone in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen or on your phone, because I've muted out everybody, but you can override me.
I have more notes I can share, more tips, but I thought Michelle wanted me to save some time for some questions.
Okay.
Hi there, Robin.
Right.
My name is Michael.
Hey, Michael.
I'm out in Southern Oregon. Quick question for you. Our team is growing pretty quick, and I'm just wondering, as it relates to streamlining events for team, approximately how many events are you having your new team members do, or how many events is your team doing, say, every month?
I was going to say every week, because that's a little bit, I can probably answer that better. A lot. We are doing a lot of events, and I think for new team, I like to help them with their first events and many first events. So, if they could do maybe one Facebook event, one live event a week, if they're go-getters and if they want to do this, live events are tough because you do need to really recruit a lot, people. But if they could do one every 2 weeks, one every month. But our team, like in Cary, the Raleigh area, we try to do one Facebook event. We do what's called Health and Hope Calls. I don't know if you know what that is. Where people can invite onto a call. It's a 15-minute call, and I'll be happy to share that script with you as well. So people can just do it from their home. And that's a really good way to help new team members launch without getting them involved in an event. For some team members, that's scary. For others, they're totally fine with that. So Michael, I just I want to know what their goals are. If they're ready to really move this business quickly, I would do 2 or 3 a week if you can. Did that answer your question?
I think it did.
Yeah,
Good.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. I can't see you, so I'm just, yep, hang on. I'll change the screen. There you go. Okay, I can see you. Good. All right.
We got
What else?
someone on the phone that can answer questions. Go for it, so you don't have to hear from your regular people. Hear from the people outside of the Heat team. Way more fun.
Robin, it's Sandy. I just wanted to say thank you so much. Loved you on stage. You're one of my favorites. So.
Oh, thank you, Sandy. You're cute. Thank you.
And I was curious, we love recognition, and the cards that you were talking about, I missed. Who wrote this for you?
My 14-year-old daughter. So yeah, so these are the cards, and I was raised this way, but I mean, I don't know, there was just something about her. And actually my son made me, I don't have his right now, but he made me, these are my affirmation cards, but he made me, I was going for a senior sales coordinator, and he did a countdown. I had 21 days till conference, and he made me day 21, and he found different quotes for each day. And so then I would, read the quote every day. I'd get up and I'd read the next, 20. So if you can get your family involved, if your family's not interested, maybe, you just make your own up. But yeah, so these are the different cards that, hang on, let me just, this one, open when you reach QNMD. Okay, let's see. Oh, open when you're frustrated at me. Open when you're doubting yourself. So they weren't all positions. Wow. When you're feeling, I'm a runner. When you're feeling great after a run. Open when you're in Georgia. I was on my way to do an event for a new team member in Georgia. So yeah, this was just, it really, and this one, the last one, open when NMD, I had this sitting by my bedside stand. I don't know how many months it was. Let's see. I don't know, 8 months maybe. And I looked at it every time I went to bed and every time I woke up in the morning, and I couldn't open it until I got the call from corporate. So that was really a powerful visual for me.
I love it.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin, how you doing? It's Chris.
Hey, Chris, good to see you.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see me actually, but that's different. My computer went down and I jumped on my iPad and it worked.
Awesome.
So,
I heard you just saw Kim Dalzell. You and
yeah,
Nikki.
we had a great time. I always love working with her. So
She's amazing.
It's been a good year. We got to work together twice this last year. She's fantastic. And you know, one of the things I love about Kim, and I'm seeing that it's probably rubbed off on you, is she takes this very seriously. And she teaches you from love, but tells you the truth about what it's going to take.
Oh, Chris, I've had many tough calls, tough meetings with her, and I needed it.
Yeah, good.
Yep.
Well, that's great. She's setting a great example. And the other thing I wanted to comment on, first of all, congratulations on being 10 wide. That's really impressive and smart. And then what an incentive to have these letters from your kids. And I just wanted to say that, get your feedback on this idea, since not all of us have the children that might do that for us, that maybe it's a good idea we write ourselves a few envelopes.
Yes.
To open at a certain time. Maybe you can put some cash in them.
Yeah. I actually had an envelope from a coach of mine that I knew had something of a lot of value in there, and I could not open that envelope until I reached NMD as well. So I had 2 things that I looked at every single day that I knew I could open the minute I got that call. So yeah, I love the idea, Chris. And you know, you could do it for sideline buddies, you know, or team members. You might get together for a team potluck. You could all make each other, you know, some cards, because it was so powerful. And that's why I had to bring that card up on stage, because it was so much part of, I wanted my kids to really see me as the winning mom that I knew I was. Yeah. And I mean, it's still really powerful. And then my children are now 20, 18, and 15. And, you know, they were on stage with me, and to see their posts, which they don't post very often on social media, they're too cool, kind of like I'm too cool for network marketing. But to see their posts saying, wow, so proud of my beautiful mom, you know, look what she reached. I'm like, that was really amazing.
Yeah, it's making me emotional. Good job.
I know. It's amazing. It's when you can have that impact, and for my husband too. And, I meant to get something. Kim also did something really, really special. She actually emailed or called my 3 children, my mom and dad, and Charlie, my husband, and had them write what it meant to them that I reached the top position in the company. And they all had paragraphs, and she framed it. I mean, amazing. And they read it. They read it at our team celebration, and oh gosh, really powerful.
Fantastic. Great job. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Chris.
No, good. It's all good.
It made me think of when you said potluck, what a great potluck team event, where the actual event is you're having your potluck, and then everybody brings different cards, quotes, and they know who's kind of coming to the potluck, and they're thinking about what's going on for them, and everybody makes 5 or 6 cards for each person, and you're all doing it together.
It's like a cookie exchange, but it's a card exchange. It's healthier.
It's a really fun idea. And if not that, I still think a team could get together privately and say, gosh, our sales coordinator is going to be going for SSC, and then for Q, and then for whatever. Let's get together as a team and write cards for them.
Yes.
You don't have kids or a family that does that. We are the Juice Plus family that does that.
That's right. That's actually, Chris, let me just add one more comment. I know we're almost out of time, but you mentioned that, you know, Kim loves passionately, and she sees potential in people, and she will push you when she knows what you want. And so for you to really, for each of us to really know what the why is in our team members and hold them accountable when it gets tough. I mean, we're doing that with my Image Spitfire group. And you know what? We sometimes would say, oh, we can't, we don't have time for that call. No longer. Everybody needs to get to National Marketing Director, get a lot of people healthier and get a lot of people wealthier, and, you know, take this really seriously. And that means sometimes having some really tough conversations with people.
Yeah. Standing for their integrity, as Nikki
Yes. Yep.
says. Yeah.
Yep.
Great stuff. Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome. All right.
Thank you, Robin.
Oh, Michelle, I love you. Thank you for asking me to do this. This was really, really fun tonight. And Nikki and Chris, thank you.
Yeah.
There's
Great.
so much in
Great
this.
having you.
You just, you started off, you were someone that felt like you were in the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not that person anymore.
I am it's just amazing. I mean, I'm so thankful that I went to Dr. Ann Smithson's event, and I was is Ann still on the call? I was the hardest person. I said no, I don't even know, 10 times maybe. Ann continually invited me to event after event, and I even wrote her emails. Thank you so much. I will let you know when I'm ready, if I'm ever ready. And I don't know, then it was just all of us got sick again, and I called her up. I'm like, all right, we're ready. So never give up on those people that say no, and just love on them. Keep inviting them.
Right, and don't prejudge people because.
Yeah, sorry, I wanted to mention that. So, because Ann's a physician, when she met me with Charlie being a doctor, she saw, I think, the potential, and, I'm a networker, but she could have said, Robin doesn't need any money. She's married to a physician, but she never did. She never judged me. And I have several team members, the same thing, where I thought, you know what, they don't need this business. But as I said in my talk, people need different things, whether it's recognition, whether it's for their kids to see them as a winning mom, or their husband, or, there's so many, we don't know what those reasons are. So definitely be really careful not to prejudge anybody.
And don't give up. And don't let those you care about give up.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
So if we're done, I'd love for everybody to unmute their lines. Just go in the left-hand corner. Give Robin a really warm heat. Thank you.
I'm going to take a picture. All right, here we go.
Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome. I'll send you the list, and whatever I said.
The Health and Hope
call and the book list. Yep, I will do that.
Thank you.
All right, love you all. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
All right.